Ndio.
Zimebando.
Zitafikia tu. Tazama inside. Ndio. Bado haina tu. Nimepata notification. So we start the live. Bado.
Lakini imeanza.
Live is on.
Sawa, hebu anza
Can you give
kuengage.
it a few minutes?
Okay.
Kama nimepata notification sahihi, it's possible watu ndio wanapata.
Give me a second. Karibu lakini tako.
So we later post it on YouTube, on Facebook.
We can start, huh?
Yeah, we can start.
Okay.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and we are live on Jaro's Beauty Hub. And as I had promised, my name is Fresha Ndichu, and today we are going to explore how tech meets beauty. Because technology is not our enemy, it's how we use it. It's the discipline we apply, because again, it requires you to prompt and give it a prompt for that response for you to get it, because it does not create on its own. There are designers behind every and any technology. So today I have with me the owner of Jaro's Beauty Hub, and we will let him introduce himself to our audience. Karibu sana.
Asante. My name is Geoffrey Jaramba. I'm the proprietor of Njaro Beauty Hub, and thank you for having us today.
Welcome very much. I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad to have you in my channel, and I'd tell you that 58% of my audience are women who are empowered, who are working to improve and grow their lives alongside everything else that they have going on. They are mothers, they are empowered women, career women, and we are working to ensure that each and every person is accommodated, appreciated, and they have the confidence to go about their life on a daily basis. Now, please tell us who Njaro is.
So Njaro is an entrepreneur. I am, we are a company. That's what we would want to mention. We are a company that is in the beauty industry. So how the beauty industry is, we work, or our model is we sell clothes, number one. So that when we talk about styling the unicorn way, unicorn is a very rare animal. So that's why we call it styling the unicorn way. It's for both men, women, and children. So that's wing of the business. Then there is also the cosmetic beauty, that is tummy trimming. There is also nail acrylics. There is also butt lifting, butt farming, breast enlargement, and then there is also the facial, the skincare treatment.
Okay.
And then after that, once you're done with there, maybe at home there is something that is missing, then you can pass by our household items. So that's all about Njaro Beauty Hub.
Okay.
Yeah.
So might I mention today, if you think I look good, it's because I've been dressed at Jaro's Beauty Hub. So other than a lot of things that we are going to share today about how technology meets beauty, it's also about how you look and how you feel, and we are all accommodated in regards on the same. So again, I will make sure to create something and I will show you exactly how I look. As you can tell from half the shot, it's already looking good for me and I actually love it. I feel confident in it. And I would like to really know, we will have three sections for this particular live, so that we get to understand what is your role, what is my role, and where does Jaro's Beauty Hub comes in. So let me hear you in the comment section. I would love to respond to them. We'd love to do that alongside Jaro's Beauty Hub so that you are all accommodated and taken care of. So we'll have three sections to this. Understanding of why we make the decisions we make regarding beauty, regarding how we look and how we feel. So that is our first section. Our second section is going to be about who is Jaro and Jaro Beauty Hub, so that we can be able to make the decisions that are informed regarding these particular beauty areas. Again, we are going to have our third section, which is the safety and risks around the same. What are the risks? What are the safety concerns that we may have around the beauty decisions that we make, whether it's cosmetic, whether it's medical, whether whichever decision we make, what are those risks that are involved around the same? And finally, we are going to have a Q&A where I get to answer some of your questions. I love my Facebook community because you've shared with me some very great insights and questions around the same, because we all want to be in a place where we are taken care of and not our health being start to decline right after a procedure or right after a decision we made about our beauty and how we look. So we will go straight to our first questions on our first segment on understanding the cues around making that decision to enter into a cosmetic procedure of any kind. So why do you think, or why do you think women make the decisions they make regarding altering or enhancing their physical appearance?
Well, from our analysis, number one is through you, you want to boost your confidence. So, an example, you feel an example when you're walking, you feel you have a heavy weight.
Yes.
So, there are different ways that you can do that. You can either be doing going to the gym, that is working out, or you can take weight loss drugs, or you can, there are different ways of, there are also surgical procedures. So number one is to boost your confidence. Number two, in the society where we have expectations of how a woman should look, or depending on even your job, some job demands that you have a certain shape, or you look in a certain way. So that's why people pursue beauty, or we will not say altering, modification.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why people pursue modification.
Altering, not okay. Please get closer. Thank you.
Yeah.
Get into the shot. So I would like to maybe, and my audience would probably want to know, like, how much of these decisions are influenced by body shaming or the societal expectations of the beauty standards today.
Well, body shaming plays a big role.
Yeah.
Big role.
Yeah.
I want to give an example. When we were schooling, sorry to say, there was one of us actually who was my friend. Maybe they are in this life, who was a bit slim, and so they were being called "unakaa kama panga."
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah. So there are some comments that someone can make, and
That's
then
mean.
yeah, very mean.
That's very mean. How do you
And
say that?
it can bring down your self-esteem in a great way. So, and then in the other way is maybe you have a sagging chest.
Yes.
Because as you age, maybe your breast would sag and something of the sort. So you might be a victim of body shaming.
Yes.
Again. Number three is we have always been talking about Kikuyus.
Yes.
That Kikuyus, actually someone will look at you and tell you don't look like a Kikuyu. I don't know whether you have ever been told that.
Me.
Yeah. They'll tell you, but you don't.
Kikuyus look good. I do not know where they get it from. I mean, how bad do I look right now? And those who have seen my previous video, I am a Kikuyu. Please, msituingilie sana, msituingilie.
Yeah. So you will tell someone when you're introducing yourself as a lady, and then they hear you mention Wangai or Irimo or whatever name, and then they are like, you are a cute, yes, but you don't look like one. But it's good to mention that it's good to take care of yourself, take care of your body, how you look, how you present your body is your responsibility.
Yes.
So that's why we're here. That's one of the solutions that we are offering. So the reason why people choose to do that, like an example, I'll be explaining maybe later. There's a section of that. You might have a lot of belly fat that could even be making it hard to show maybe some of their curves. You get? What if you want to be a model? Like nowadays, model business is quite lucrative.
And today, even if you're a plus size person, you want to also still have that look. Yes, you are plus size, but you also want to feel like a model, even if you don't necessarily look like a traditional model. Today we have plus size models, and that's a very positive things to have in the world, because again, we are all about inclusivity, because if all people are not included in the in the realm of beauty, because we are all beautiful in so many ways, and if we all looked the same, then there would be nothing to actually look at. Okay, there would be nothing to actually admire about the world, because we all look uniform, like the way we looked in school. I mean, it's the same thing day in, day out.
Sure. That's true. Exactly. We shouldn't be the same. Number one, we shouldn't be the same. So, but the only thing that now you need to take care of, like why people do your workout, is because you want to feel fit. Number one, you want to go around your routine without having too many distractions from the community around you. So yeah, we look different, and modification, actually, I would say the responsible part of being of beauty is do not modify to look like someone. Just modify so that you are able to just be yourself. I love that bit of being yourself.
Is this modification always about how someone looks, or there is something else at play?
It's not only about how you look, it's how you feel. How do you feel with your body? Are you confident when you're walking? Number one. Number two is because we also have an aspect of skin, as I mentioned. Does your skin, does it affect how, have you ever been in a situation where you feel your skin is so dry, or it has a lot of lashes? I know some of it is because of skin infection, but some of it could also be because of a lot of exposure to sunlight. It may be even because of use of a lot of lotions that are reacting to your body, such like things. So the modification, as we would say, or the transformation, is not only about how you look. It's also about how you feel with your body when you're moving around. Yes.
So, what are some of the mental or emotional things that the men go through before making a decision for any sort of procedure? In your experience, what's the emotion and the mental state behind the decisions that most women make?
Pressure, body shaming is traumatic.
Yeah.
Traumatic. I would say even myself, I'm physically disadvantaged by height.
As you can tell, I'm actually slightly taller than him, and we do have a lot of decisions but there are things you cannot change about yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you are a victim of body shaming, I will tell you it's traumatic. It will really lower your self-esteem. And some of it's beyond your control. It's even beyond what technology can even maybe offer.
Yeah.
It's all about now how you take it up. So that's one of the things that I've experienced with people. Maybe everyone is calling you, you look flat. Maybe someone is saying you look like you're irresponsible with how you eat and everything. You get. So the major thing is about trauma. That is the emotional bit of it. But also the other thing is about, maybe what if you are in a job that requires you to keep a certain shape, that requires you to keep a certain,
like air hostesses, and of course modeling for those who are into it, so those who are in media that keep, they require you to have a certain image, and of course there is that decision behind it, and there are so many routes you can go around your health, and it is important to consider that you don't have to pick between beauty and health. You can have both. In this world, in this, yes, we have developed a lot of technologies, and you really do not have to choose between beauty and your health. So I'd like to maybe know one thing. What are the steps we can start to take to maybe start changing the narrative around the flaws we have and how different we appear as people?
Maybe even before I come to that question,
Mhm,
um, what has trying to modify led
mm,
to?
mhm,
Unfortunate to mention
mm.
is that this world, anything is available.
Yes.
So there are a lot of underhand and underground, okay, not underground,
Mhm.
but things that are not sold over the counter,
Yes.
or something we would come out to talk about,
Mhm,
that people pursue. So
mm.
you meet, there are cheap, maybe drugs that
Yeah.
people could even go to
Mm.
use. Maybe
Mhm.
you want to boost your size,
Yeah.
or you even want to reduce your tummy,
Yes.
or the belly fat, I
Mhm,
mean,
mhm,
or you even want to maybe improve your skin tone.
mhm,
So what do people do? You are applying a lot of chemicals in your
mm.
face, in your skin, that you do not know what is this all about.
Yeah.
So those are some of the consequences of what people have done
Mhm.
and because of societal expectations,
Yes.
it is what has led people into. Now,
Mm,
moving to your question,
mm.
you asked about what are they, right?
What are the steps we can start to take towards changing the narrative on how to fix the flaws and the societal expectation of people?
Yeah.
Mm,
So, number one, do your research.
mm,
If you like, you have been a victim of body shaming,
mm,
or you want to keep fit,
mm.
don't just go and pick on anything that you
Yeah.
meet. Number one, it's an individual responsibility, I would say,
Mm,
before we even move to the community.
mhm,
Because so when I tell you you look flat,
mm.
what control do you have?
Absolutely none.
No, there is no
None.
control that you have.
Yeah.
That is how you are created, and
Mm,
as we said,
mm.
you need to be. We are all different. That's why the world looks the way it is.
Yeah.
So number one is boosting your confidence by appreciating yourself by who you are. Maybe you are not a plus size,
Yeah.
but you are uniquely different in a
Mhm,
different way.
mhm,
Maybe you are even plus size, but there is something unique about you. That's what
mm,
we need to appreciate
mhm,
as individuals.
mm.
Like for me, when people are saying I am short, I think I've always challenged everyone that I think I am bright. In as much as I'm not in terms of height,
Yeah,
I mean, my brain is not that short. You get?
yeah.
And it's something that you create within your mind.
Yeah, being short physically doesn't mean you're short of anything else.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
you are as everybody else is.
Yeah.
And being tall does not, and vice versa. Being tall does not mean more or better or anything. No,
Mm,
it doesn't.
mm.
It's the appearance and it's how we perceive it as each individual. So
The next
maybe.
thing maybe I would add is so after you have had your own confidence
Mm,
about yourself,
yeah.
is to check, is there anything that is within my control?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say, like an example, you are a plus size. You want to
Yes.
keep fit.
Mm,
I mean, you do not want to be going around having to, like, how do I mention it? Unahema.
yeah.
You get
You're
unahema.
having heart problems, breathing
Exactly.
problems.
Exactly.
Yeah, you basically are not contributing to your own other health
Eh,
downfalls.
every day clothes are not like you have to look for a different clothes and you have to give them out.
Mm,
So you now start looking at, is there anything that I can do
mhm.
about this?
But for women, I feel like women, in so many ways, our body changes, and sometimes we are not even in control of it. There's a lot of ways that go into a woman gaining or losing or body shape changing and all that. There's a lot that goes into it. And today I may fit into a very beautiful dress, and in the next few months I probably won't fit into it. And it's not like I am unhealthy.
Hmm.
I probably have other, maybe I am a mom. Like, for example, most people here are. Maybe last year a dress I fit into after today, after this episode or season of my life where I gave birth to a child and all that. Going back to that season when I didn't have that, when there were not so many hormonal changes involved, when there were not that much changes. There are so many things that we cannot change. And I'm a very while I and probably many people, I am a very good person in terms of following a diet or
Hmm.
exercise regimen
Hmm.
or any of these things. I
Hmm.
can't avoid the changes.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we cannot avoid the change,
Hmm.
and definitely without change, then you're not growing. You
Exactly.
get, you
Exactly.
cannot control, not unless you say you don't want to give birth or for the rest of your life, or you do not, even before we go to giving birth. So you are in an office, you are someone who works somewhere, maybe in an office, or
Yes.
you in whichever field you are working,
Mhm.
you could add weight because of different
True.
factors, because
True.
of diet, number two, because of even the a lot of workload that is, or whatever you're dealing with.
Maybe stress. Yeah.
Exactly. It can cause you to increase weight. It can cause you to reduce weight in a different, in a great way. So it's all about. So what is in control? And
Yeah.
let me mention something that what we do here
Yeah.
is a collaborative aspect. It is not a replacement.
Yeah.
It is a collaborative
I
aspect.
love to hear that because again, while I may decide to have this particular procedure, it is my own responsibility to maintain it even after I have taken it, whether it's surgical or non-surgical, whichever procedure you choose to have elsewhere or here, or if you're already taking one for yourself, it is a very personal responsibility to take care of your health, take care of your body, of your physical and mental and emotional health. Because again, if something goes wrong in that procedure that you took, there is a lot of things that can go into it. Because if today I am told drink a lot of water before a procedure, which I believe one must, right? And then I go and then I start lacking that discipline to maintain a good water intake, I will have to pay for that.
Sure.
And probably in a worse way than I would have
Expensive.
if I didn't have any procedures done on myself.
Mm.
Wow, that's really insightful.
So when you give birth, like an example, as you mentioned, I would want to go back to that. After that, what is your responsibility in making sure that in the new body shape that you are in, or body size that you are in, that you remain, what is it, fit?
Engaging your body physically, of course, proper eating habits, and maybe ensuring that you're up and about, not.
Yeah. So I know you as a corporate person, or even when you're doing, I know your audience is varied. Even when you're in the other jobs, and maybe sometimes you are not able to keep up to a certain routine of exercising.
True.
So what would happen is what now we are talking about. You would meet, maybe you have accumulated a lot of fat. Number one, or maybe even that, depending on where you are, maybe you'll see your skin has changed to, because of the water maybe you are intaking, or whatever lotions that you're doing. So that is what I meant. You need to, your responsibility is in as much as you have a lot of things you can not control, also check at what you can control. That's why
much of what you look like it's possible, it is what you are taking in. It is what you eat, it is what you put into your body, and in turn how you are active as a person, and how you take care of your body physically. So yeah, I feel like most of us tend to forget. And while not just forgetting is involved, delivery, or rather giving birth to a child, is a journey that most women go through, but there are those who don't, but they still face the same problems. So again, it's while there is a lot of I'd say, what are they called? There are people who say they have genes, maybe it's genetic for them to look big. I can promise you that for me it is not even natural to be slim. Even before delivering, it wasn't natural. It was very much how physical, how active I was. It was very much what I ate and how I ate it. Personally, I'm not one of those things who can claim genetics play a role into how I look. I am not that. Even as you can see, even right now, even after giving birth, bouncing back to the natural fit, and of course, lack no extra fat and anything. That was not exactly how I looked before this. So again, it's a different journey for each and every single person. And maybe we can go into understanding what inspired you to open the Jaros Beauty Hub.
So I'm someone who really do a lot of research in technology. Number two, I think I found passion in beauty and the fashion industry. I wanted to have a place where you can walk in and you have all services in one roof. We are not yet there, but we are looking into that. Number three, I wanted to be responsible what I do, or what we offer to our clients.
Mm.
So we started with clothing.
Yeah.
Clothing, we have been there for quite a while, more than a year.
Mm.
And then after that, we noticed that a lot of customers are asking for different things.
Yeah.
When in our market research,
Mm.
we could see a lot of needs,
Mhm.
and that is where we thought. So there is this aspect of a customer will come and tell you, I'm looking for a certain type of clothes.
Yeah.
They will try to fit, and maybe you see they have a lot of fat that has accumulated at the back,
Extra fat.
extra fat, or
Yeah.
by the way, one of the things that we
Mm.
face in
Mm.
clothing
Yeah.
is someone who clothes looks very nice,
Mm.
but they have a lot of belly fat.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and they will be like, I can't take it.
Yeah.
So we were like,
And it also plays a role into how that person feels after that.
imagine you have a function.
Mm.
We have brought you a set of clothes,
Mm.
and then when you are here,
Mm.
it's only with the size that you need to wear. We have given you that size,
Yeah.
but if there is one part that it can't fit you.
Yeah.
We don't mean that you need
You
to
know your
remove it.
size, but when you go to fit into that particular size, it doesn't actually fit.
So it demands you to wear maybe two sizes bigger, or you come and you're very slender,
Yeah.
and you don't have like a cloth that can fit you. So
Mm.
that was one aspect. Number two is in my daily life, I have met people who even say their legs can't support their body.
Oh dear.
You get, because
Their
maybe
legs can support their
yeah,
body.
because maybe you have a very you are I don't know the best word to use, but downwards
You're
you
thick.
are small.
Oh, you're small.
Small
Oh, from waist down, your lower body
is very small.
is small.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
but upwards
Yeah.
you are a little bit
The
bigger.
upper body is bigger.
Yeah, or you meet someone who even has legs that maybe are bigger. We have experienced that is a bit common.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, I saw there is like for me when everyone has been mentioning about height, I saw something that a certain company I wouldn't mention has come up with some drugs you can take, and it adds maybe 2 inch up. And then I was like,
Wow.
well, that will affect my bone structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will affect my bone structure. So that is invasive.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I would not pursue that. And then I think I've developed that thickness. Even if you tell me I'm short, I mean, that's not something that bothers me a lot.
Yeah.
But for women and even for men, by the way, our technology is not only for women alone, especially this technology of tummy trimming and the skin. That's not for women alone, even
Which
for men.
actually brings up to us to our next questions. What kind of services do you offer at Jaro's Beauty Hub, and especially other than fashion area, which basically the fashion sense is there and it's very good. What services do you offer,
Well,
and what sort of procedures will people come to you seeking, and is it affordable?
yeah. I will start by saying we are not a hospital. We are not a medical. We don't do medical procedures. We are a beauty procedure, cosmetic beauty. So I'll start with the first one is on skincare. Skincare is all for, when I mention about skincare, is your face.
Yeah.
I'll talk about maybe from here upwards, the back, and then we have the legs from the thighs downwards, and even the hands, So that is skincare. We want your face to be more, to be smooth, to be alive, to be radiant, just boosting your skin tone. And maybe there are some. Uh, what would I mention? Because it's not infection, but the skin can have a lot of not growth, not the growth that we know that is removed from hospital, but there are a lot of things that prey into your skin. So some of those things are the ones that we deal with using LED technology. So LED is where we subject your skin into different wavelength. So you come, we assess how is your skin, and then we are able to put you into our LED dome. That number one will take you through a serum. We'll apply serum to you. We'll do some massage. The first thing, like now for you, I see you are a fan of makeup. When you come,
No, sometimes.
yeah, we'll remove your makeup.
Yes.
Number two, we will check whether you have been through scrub.
Yeah.
Scrubbing is good. It removes excess what is this? Skin peeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
dead skin.
Yeah, the dead skin actually.
Mm-hmm.
So when you come here, if you have done scrubbing, we'll tell you to take maybe like 7 days before you come and to access our services. Number two, you must be very hydrated.
Yeah.
So that is the aspect of skincare therapy using LED
So many
technology.
people carry your gallons of water, drink them. Don't just carry them, drink them. Today, everybody has a water bottle, but 80% of those people aren't taking any water
You
from,
pour the
from
water
those
in the
water
evening.
bottles. Yeah, you pour it.
Yeah.
So drink and add some more and keep taking that water. It's very
Sure.
important for you. It also a health cleanse, whatever it is that is on your tummy that could actually lead to this fat. I don't know. Could alter the process of fat burning, or the thing that we always say your metabolism could interfere with any of those things, and especially if you're not keeping hydrated. All right. Yeah.
So that is skin therapy. Number two, when we go to tummy trimming.
Yeah.
So or belly fat reduction.
Yeah.
When someone calls us,
Yeah.
we will advise you even before you come, please keep hydrated. And when
Yeah.
you get here, when we now have agreed that you are going to go through the procedure,
Yeah.
we give you a bottle of water. That is the first thing. So before we even go to inside our cubicles to do the procedure, that you have you have taken water. Number two is that our technology is non-surgical
Yeah.
and non-invasive.
Okay.
So when we go to tummy trimming,
So no scars.
no,
No cuttings.
no. That one there is nothing. So
Yeah.
and we don't give you drugs.
Okay.
So let me mention a bit about tummy trimming. There are different technologies which I have not come here to dismiss. That I would say those technologies are good.
Yeah.
They work differently for different people. So for us, what technology we offer to people is when you have like an example. What if you take drugs to reduce your weight? And where you want to deal with your weight is only your belly fat.
Yeah.
So what will happen is that it will reduce fat on all sides of all places in your body. So you'll meet someone that had a very good shape but maybe had a big belly. The fat, then it means you start becoming slender throughout your body. You lose your shape.
Okay, first of all, I am one person who is almost allergic to medicine unless I really have to. Even when I am sick, I go to the hospital and I'm given medication. I am one of those people who gets better and forgets they had medicine because okay, it's not a good thing, and I know most people experiences. I personally do not like drugs of any kind.
Prashant, you would be shocked if I tell you now the percentage of people who use drugs to deal with their body. It's enormous.
But doesn't that affect the blood? Because again, I understand that when you take any oral or injected medicine goes directly to your bloodstream.
All of it.
Oh my good
Yeah.
Lord.
So we have not come here to dismiss. You can go to hospital and you meet, they will give you drugs to deal with their weight, maybe at some point. So then there are a different form that is most recommended, maybe exercise.
Yeah.
Then there is another shape, another type that people do is reposition. So reposition is of two types, and that is where we come in. So reposition is where you melt the fat of the specific part that you want to reduce the fat.
So allow me to understand. Liposuction, could that be the famous lipo that I have always heard people talk about?
So, but lipo is of two types.
Yeah.
There is the surgical and non-surgical. So for us, let me mention the surgical is where they melt your fat and then they will cut and remove they will extract it. But we have a different, like what for us we do is that we melt the fat using high pressure. We have equipments that do that. We subject your fat to high pressure. That is not painful at all, not painful at all. And then we have machines that will make the melted fat to come out in form of water as a sweat. As a sweat.
So okay. Oh, you said you sweat the fat out.
Yes.
How long is that? Does that
it
process
takes 1 hour. Takes 1 hour, but it is not all at once. But then that has been also another challenge because you go to maybe someone who is not responsible and subject you to long hours. For us, if we are doing maybe the belly fat, the maximum that we can do per session is 1 hour, and 1 hour is too much. It
Yeah.
takes the recommended one is 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we are dealing with the waistline.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do the waistline 30 minutes, maybe at the upper part 30 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and then you are done. Next time you come,
Mm-hmm.
will also be so we can do so for tummy trimming.
Mm-hmm.
It takes minimum of 5 sessions
Mm-hmm.
to 8 sessions, which you must do it at least every week, or do not take it more than 2 weeks. By the way, if you do more than intervals of 2 weeks, it will not be effective.
Mm-hmm.
So that is tummy trimming,
Yeah.
and then not only tummy. I
Mm-hmm.
have mentioned it is excess fat.
Yeah.
So maybe have you seen people who have sagging?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
True.
maybe because you lost a lot of weight,
Mm.
but your skin is still sagging.
Yeah.
So we'll still work on that so that
Mm-hmm.
we reduce that. We
Mm-hmm.
still subject you to the same technology.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe at the back, you've
Mm-hmm.
seen people who have a lot of fat at the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
We still use the same technology.
Mm-hmm.
For now, our beloved Kikuyus, you say that mbele na inafanana. You get? So what happens? By the way, it
Yeah.
could only mean you need to work on your reduce
The waistline.
the
Is
excess
it
fat
all
in your
this the
waistline.
abdominal area?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
the back.
exactly.
The muffin tops. We call them muffins. Muffin tops.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's not like you're flat.
No.
You're practically not flat. But the area of your body that you probably need to focus on, whether it's your workout or it's a massage that, like here at Jaro's Beauty, it's to focus on your midsection and your back, so that once that extra fat has been eliminated by way of workout or sweating or but please do tell me before I forget, what is liquefying and how does it affect one when one has gone through it?
So when you go to the gym,
Mhm.
you are given different weights to lift.
Yes.
So as you are lifting, you are
Mm.
stretching your muscles.
Yes.
So your weight now, your fat, what happens is that it starts to melt. That is the whole aspect about it.
Oh.
And then it will come out maybe in form of sweat. It will come out maybe in form of urine, or you see,
Yeah.
you are going to remove it. So that is what we mean by liquefying. When you subject even cooking oil to
Yes.
heat, it melts.
True.
So this one, it is heat that cannot, of course, with an expert, we are trained on that. So we will subject it to different pressure that will maybe liquefy the fat, and then it will come out in form of sweat. Some of it you'll even meet that it's in form of urine or whichever means. But so that is what we mean by liquefying. It is the same procedure as going to the gym.
Yeah.
But please note, I would want to disclose to mention to our clients.
Yes.
I do not mean when you come here that you will now not go to the gym. No, I do not mean when you come here that you will now eat irresponsibly. No. As I mentioned, we are collaborative. So what if it's the legs that are big? We subject it to the same thing. You get just to make sure that you feel fit.
Yeah.
You keep fit. Your body does not have
Okay.
excess weight.
So knowing that and knowing that the audience, most of us are very much hesitant or reserved when it comes to any procedures on our body. And that I'd say I'm in that category. So what does Jaro's Beauty offer differently from many public or even private and underground clinics are offering out there?
So our difference is when you come, we will assess. Maybe you could come and you say you have come for butt lifting. You want to increase the size of your butt.
Yeah.
And then we look at you and we will tell you, you know what, I think you don't even require butt lifting. What you require is just working on your waistline,
Yeah.
as I mentioned. So we are responsible in what we do. That is what I would mention. Number two is that we are trained, and all of us have been assessed before we recruit anyone here. We do check their medical procedures. Number two is that we are using a technology that is quality assured. Then the other thing is when you come here, we check at your medical. We ask that one because we are not a hospital. We will ask you to disclose. Do you have high blood pressure, or do you have you been diagnosed with such a thing before? Number two, diabetes. Number three, are you pregnant? Number four, have you gone through CS, and how long has it taken you? Like for tummy trimming, actually, the recommended one is at least 1 year.
Okay.
1 year, at least from the day of the CS,
Mm-hmm.
should have taken a minimum of 1 year and above.
Mm-hmm.
Then for butt lifting,
Mm-hmm.
if you have cases of blood pressure, your
Yeah.
blood pressure is not stable, maybe you
Mm-hmm.
go to hospital and they tell you blood pressure is not stable,
Mm-hmm.
we advise you keep off this machine
Okay.
because it subject you to pressure. It will
Mm-hmm.
not cause you high blood pressure or blood pressure,
Mm-hmm.
but we are using suction cups that
Yeah.
are powered by pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So to just extend your muscles or
Mm-hmm.
to what would I call? Yeah, we revive your muscles
Yeah.
and maybe they enlarge.
Mm-hmm.
So breast farming, that's another thing that we do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because of breastfeeding
Yeah.
or because of very, very many other things.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of going for the surgical way,
Mm-hmm.
for us, we are non-surgical, as I mentioned.
Yeah.
You just come, we take you through procedures, maybe weekly for breast farming and sometimes body farming.
Mm.
I would say they take a number of sessions, more than what I mentioned, 5 to 8.
Mm.
Sometimes you meet it goes up to 25 sessions,
Wow.
depending on how
Wow.
yeah,
Okay. So can someone request for a customized fit into whatever goals they're seeking? And I believe you've
exactly,
answered
exactly,
partially
exactly.
part of this question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you come,
Mm-hmm.
before we even take you to any procedure,
Mm-hmm.
we understand you and then we know what is your goal.
Yeah.
An example, I want to increase my butt.
Mm-hmm.
So we will look into it. We have a tape measure that will, and then before we even measure you,
Mm.
and we have assessed that you are medically fit. You can tell us maybe I want to. There are those who want to look the grass shape or the size 8.
Yeah, the hourglass. We
Exactly,
all want it,
exactly.
don't we?
So for that one, maybe how it could be customized
Yeah.
is we
Mm-hmm.
will reduce
Mm-hmm.
the excess fat
Mm-hmm.
in places that you have excess fat.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, we will increase your butt if it needs to.
Mm-hmm.
We will increase your breast if it needs to.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we can even recommend for breast farming.
Okay.
Yeah. So that by customizing,
Mm-hmm.
you come, you tell us this is my goal. You
Mm-hmm.
get, and then
Mm-hmm.
we are able to advise you. This is what you're able to take.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you're able to take.
So do
An
tell
example,
me.
let me maybe
Oh, okay.
mention
Okay.
about the skin.
Mm-hmm.
So you will come and we will look at you and your black spots and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it can be due to something that you have an intake of something. Because we are not a hospital, that one we cannot treat.
Mm-hmm.
But there are those that you're able to tell this is because of excess light, this is
Mm-hmm.
because of sunlight,
Maybe
or it
exposure to
because
sun. Yeah.
lotions,
Mm-hmm.
like applying different things that are reacting bad with your body. So that when we are able to tell you, maybe this one we can.
Yeah.
Maybe you have a dry skin, that even you feel pain. When you are like this, you can feel some pain. There are people who go through that. So you are able to come. For skincare, it's a routine.
Okay.
That one is not even because of you are hospitalized or you're feeling unwell. You
Mm.
see, like the way you, what routines can we talk about? Like the way you run just to keep fit.
Yeah. True.
Like the way you, what else do we do to a routine? Something like the way you eat.
The way you eat, what you
Exactly.
drink,
Yeah. So
your
skincare.
eating habits,
Mm,
your physical activity. Maybe you spend
exactly.
too much time in the sun.
Mm,
You like that a lot, and maybe you also stay indoors
mhm,
too much, so
mhm.
that you never really go out and to the sun and all that.
So skincare is a routine.
Mm.
We recommend to anyone, just come. So long as you don't have infections, you're not going through chemo.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are a cancer survivor, at least it has taken minimum of 5 years before you go for that LED.
Yeah.
They are not harmful,
Mm-hmm.
but they can awaken. Especially someone
Who
who,
already has those
yes,
things in them.
they can awaken. So if you are a cancer survivor,
Mm-hmm.
we just advise
Stay
maybe,
clear.
don't go for that. And they cannot cause cancer. LED, like, do you know what we mean by LED? When you go to do nail
Yeah.
artistry,
Yeah.
there is a machine that you are thrown into.
True.
That is specifically what we have. But now these one now deals with your skin, your face, the neck side, maybe the back side, the leg side, the thighs, and all that. So that is the technology.
So we have CS moms, and I'll be one of those. Once I've been through such a procedure, and how long should I wait to do this,
1 year.
or to have a tummy trimming and all that?
1 year.
And does it affect me in future in case I intend to, or I, of course?
No. So what happens is when you come, that bit that the cut, it is a weak link. So the one who is dealing with you cannot touch that bit. You get? So of course we are expecting that when you are coming, But they don't come that now I went through a CS, I've been at home. Now I want you're hydrated, number one. Number two, you've been doing some exercises.
Yeah.
You get?
You've engaged your core in
Yeah,
some way.
exactly. So when you come, we are dealing with the excess fat that maybe has been stubborn, I would say.
Yeah.
Or even if we start, even if you have not done exercises, when we start it, we'll tell you to do exercises. Do not rely on this procedure 100%. Because what if we remove your fat and then your body becomes weak?
Yeah.
We want you to keep fit. That's the responsibility that we have.
Yeah.
So you come after 1 year. We will do you the procedure. We will recommend to up to 8 procedures. But for CAs, we will tell you not to do it weekly. Do it after 2 weeks, fortnight.
Okay.
And then we will be checking on you that you are doing a lot of exercises.
There's some of us who have gone through the procedure and feels like it wasn't done properly. There are women who live for years believing that that section was not closed up the way it was supposed to, and that's why maybe their tummy maybe joy conspires with the thighs to connect and stay together even when standing.
That's funny. Anyway.
No, it's a serious thing because having gone through the procedure myself, and before I was very much a very fit person, and of course I've joined this community of women who have gone through the CS and they have different perspective of how their procedure went. We do have, sometimes I tell them I work out and they tell me, are you okay? And I understand even after I was cleared by the medical professional and I told them I'm going to start working out, of course at the hospital I did. There are women I told I am starting to work out slowly, step by step, and they're telling me that's too fast. Like, you know it. I should probably stay almost as though I'm crippled.
Oh,
Because,
no. I mean, for what I've seen, the fitness journey starts even when you know you're pregnant.
Yeah.
And even post-pregnancy, you get. So we will work with you for that one. We work with you step by step. We recommend working out maybe during your free time. Just run around, do some yoga and all that. Then when you come here, as we are doing the procedure, you can imagine how much fat pressure can burn.
Yeah.
So if we remove all of it at once and you are not exercising, you feel very different. You get. So that's why I'm saying it's a collaborative aspect. So yeah, for such like people, we work with you with the journey, like to just make sure you are fit. You are also doing the exercises. You're also hydrated, so that you do not go out there. Remember, a happy customer will bring you more customers.
True.
So we want you to go feeling satisfied. So if we call you, but are you exercising? Are you running or something? So that as you're coming for the next.
And we are back. We experienced a little bit of internet connection, and I really hope that you're able to hear us. It's okay. I believe you're able to hear us now. We are back. We experienced a little bit of an internet disconnect, and we are going into the last section, which is where most of us would really, really like to know. We want to know what are the safety and risks involved in any of these things that we are asking of you guys. So, what are the long-term or even short-term concerns that should my audience and anyone else who is considering the same have?
By concerns, you are talking about consequences.
Yes.
So if you do such a procedure with someone who maybe is not careful, it can cause harm.
Yeah.
I would say this: technology for everything has its own consequences. It depends on how dire they are. So for this technology here, if you subject it irresponsibly, it can cause tissue damage. If you subject it carefree, then that one will not be something that you need to be concerned about. Let me give an example. So when we talk about facial or skincare therapy, you are going to experience some mild redness. When the people who are light, when they are out there and they're in the sun, what happens? You'll see their skin has turned red.
Yes.
It's the same thing.
Mm.
But it shouldn't take more than, but the maximum should take is 3 hours. By 3 hours, that one, you've taken a very long time after going through that procedure. I'll show you the dome.
Okay.
Then when we go to tummy trimming, you might feel some form, because we have strained your muscles.
Yeah.
It is not painful, but you'll have you'll be feeling some stretch. Mild pain, but not a pain that you need to even take
Actually, that
drugs
was
for.
my next question. Is there pain?
No, there is no pain. There is
Is
no
there
pain.
pain
No.
after taking a procedure,
No,
or
no.
there are specific ones that can? It depends.
There is no pain during the procedure. After the procedure, you might feel a little bit, because the body has been exerted to pressure that was not there. So you'll be feeling it, but it should not even, as I mentioned, it should not take more than 3 hours. When we go to butt lifting, you might feel as if you're swelling, but it will not take long. Again, we are a form of exerting, pulling. You get? We are a form of pulling. So you feel a little bit discomfort. It will not be that long, but it is not painful.
And is the procedure, any procedure, reversible? Or say, for example, I got my boobs lifted, or I got my boobs increased, if in case I had none. Can that, like, can they go back?
Yes, they can, because this technology is not new in Kenya and in East Africa.
So once you start, you have to.
So what happens is you go to a place. I'm sure some of your fans know of this technology.
Yeah.
You go to a place and then they exact you, like they pull your bones for like 2 hours. What have you done? Okay, I don't know the best example to use, but you've pulled it so much. So what will happen after 1 week? They'll fall, and now it will look. Now maybe you had small ones. They will now fall and sag. You get? So what you need to do, like when you come to us, the maximum time that we can put is 30 minutes for each section, and then we recommend every week you come for that procedure. So 5 sessions to 8 sessions, then that one is permanent, but it needs you to keep exercising, and then also maybe you need to, maybe after 6 months you can come for us one session.
So to keep that muscle grown, if you've grown a muscle, if you've grown a certain part, you have to exercise. So how do I keep that, especially if it's a chest? You keep doing exercise that involves chest. If it's a butt, maybe I understand there's squats and a lot of things you can do with that. But what about here? What about the chest? If you got it enlarged, what kind of exercises would you recommend?
Yoga. Do yoga, and then there are those who even do skipping. Skipping, it's not heavy, because now remember, for like that one we have enlarged. So yeah, yoga and skipping of rope would be recommended. So that is butt lifting and butt lifting and breast enlargement. What about farming? When we do farming, it's the same. It doesn't have like a specific you see, if you are just maybe walking, like the exercise, the daily walking and keeping hydrated and all that, then it means it will keep. You'll keep fit. But we do not promise 100%, like 100%, the same shape you left it to keep like that. So that's why we are saying you keep exercising, and once in a while you can come just to keep the procedure the same.
So it becomes a personal responsibility right after that.
Number two, and then also with the aspect of age, you do not expect it to be permanent. But now, as I said, you're just working on it where is within control. You get? Yeah, what is within control. Yeah, and then our dome, like that one for facial. You could be young, but you look very old. You get? Farming, when we talk about skin farming, it's the same. So as I'll be showing you, when you come here, the first thing that we do, we give you wood therapy. By the way, we offer wood therapy as a service. That is massage using wooden tools as a service. And then when you come maybe for the other services, maybe the skin care, when you come maybe for the tummy trimming, when you come for the butt lifting or breast enlargement. We will give you the wooden massage and before we get you into that procedure. So just making sure, because it's the skin, we just want to make sure that it keeps alive. You get? So the good thing with our procedure is that I wouldn't call it 100% anti-aging, but it makes you still keep younger.
Yeah,
You
wooden
met
massage
someone,
being my favorite, and especially someone who works out and have sore muscles a lot. I believe this could be that one thing that you go for, and especially after a whole week of workout or after a workout, an intense week of activity. Maybe you've gone hiking and you feel like your muscles have refused to maybe relax and all that. You can get that done for you, and you of course appreciate because now so it's everybody who needs to keep healthy, who wants to keep healthy, and most of us want to do that. And you can do it in a very healthy way. You can do it in a very healthy way. So a lot of this technology isn't to scare you or ruin your life. It's literally to enhance you to live your life the way you like. So do tell me, how do you keep hygiene or safety of your equipment?
we sanitize before and after. So when one client comes, we use a sanitizer or disinfectant, let me call it. I'll not mention the brand because we are not here to promote the brand, but we disinfect the machine. And then when I'm handling you, as I'll be showing you, we wear gloves so that in case I have any infection, so I'll wash my hands and then I'll wear the gloves, the surgical gloves. When I'm handling you, and even when any of our team members is handling you. Then number two, so the equipment is just sanitizing and making sure that they are also serviced. Because if that equipment is not serviced and then it breaks down in the middle, you can imagine if you are enlarging your backs and then it breaks down
in the
when
middle of pulling and
yeah,
and applying
so
pressure.
one of it will be bigger than the other.
Yeah.
And I know you know of technologies like the injections. Sometimes if someone hasn't measured your backs really well, remember those things are not that common.
Yeah.
They are part of what we call maybe underground.
So
So
now that we are on that, I think you should answer this alongside this question. How do you know a certified wellness center from an underground or unsafe places or setups?
so let's say like an example, an injection. If you're not going for it in the hospital, I don't know. What else would you call
If
it?
it's not in the hospital
What else
and
would you
it
call it?
involves invasive
What else
procedures,
would you call it?
it's unsafe.
You get not okay. That
No, I am
for our
saying,
session, it's
I am
informatic.
saying for
So,
my audience, if it's an invasive procedure and you're not doing it in a hospital, you need to ask yourself questions. If it is invasive, like I mentioned before in a previous video that you guys have shown so much love, it is non-surgical procedures. It is non-invasive procedures that are being done at Jaro's Beauty Hub, and you are advised accordingly to keep up a healthy life. And also, when you're making that decision to improve or to transform your body in a certain way, you make a very informed decision. So, I would like to maybe have you tell our viewers, uh, give an advice to someone who is considering doing a procedures on themselves.
call us number one. Call us.
Yeah.
We are a good choice for you because we are affordable. Number two, we are professionals at what we do. But number one, also notice, as I will keep mentioning, it is collaborative. So keep a healthy lifestyle in terms of what you eat, what you apply in your skin, and then drink water. By the way, when I talk about hydration, I'm talking about water, not the other form of drinks. Okay. Yeah, so it is water.
Drink a lot of hydrate.
Yeah, hydrate.
Hydrate
Water.
and be like Jennifer Lopez. Avoid alcohol because again, alcohol is a form of in itself does dehydrate.
Yeah, or be responsible when you're drinking.
Yes.
So our advice is just that if you are in good medical condition, there's no reason why I shouldn't take you through our procedures if you're interested. We are located in Kihunguro, Oroiro. We are at behind Charter House building. So when you come, Kihunguro is between bypass
Mhm.
and Roiro
Yeah.
along Thika Road.
Mm.
So there is a place, the Shell petrol station, that is why it's called Kinguro if you're using a matatu.
Mhm.
But if you are driving, you can share with your pin.
Mm.
Jaro complex. So you come. If you don't know where it is, we have office assistants who will come pick you and bring you here. So when you get here, we have already spoken call. We have told you to keep hydrated. We come here. We take you through an intake form.
Yeah.
We tell you what is this technology about. We understand your needs. We give you a bottle of water as we prepare to get you the procedure done. Then
Yeah.
the other thing is we recommend you book a session.
Okay.
You can do a walk-in. We have no
Actually,
problem.
there is a link, and there will be a link
Oh
on
yeah.
even this live session where you can register, book a call, and they will reach out and give you the best advice you need at this particular time. It is a very sensitive topic, and especially for many, and those who are not. Or those who are not comfortable, maybe typing it in the comment section. Please ensure to fill in that form and DM me. Ask me questions. I will ensure to get them answered in the best way I can. So again, I invite you to visit Njaro's Beauty Hub because this is where you are going to get maybe a massage after an intense week of workout. Like myself, I'm looking forward to that. I just recently gained my discipline. Yes, it is discipline. I lacked for a while, for a moment, or rather for a minute there. I lost my discipline for working out. And now that I have restored or come back to my workouts, I am getting very much sore muscles. And of course, even in workout, I'm not necessarily a beginner. So I do a lot of intense workouts, which in turn cause a lot of maybe discomfort, maybe in the abs or in the legs or even in the arms, because again, my arms also have been as big. And while I am also working to keep my breast intact, because like I said, I am one of the blessed ones who don't need to increase them, but I need to keep them healthy and firm. And again, massage is doing that thing for me. So I invite you again to write it in the comment section. Fill out that form on the description on this and the previous video if that's what you're watching, and we will ensure to give you the best Jaro's Beauty Hub will ensure to give you the best of what you need. So again, we are going to give you a tour of the place, just a small insight into what Jaro Beauty Hub looks like on the inside, what to expect, so that you come into a place with from a point of wisdom, not a point of ignorance. I like to say that a lot. Again, remember, you don't have to choose between beauty or being pretty to being healthy. You can have both.
And for all your fans who would say, for tummy trimming, we are giving 10% discount for this.
Wow, yay! You guys, if you do not get that hourglass, it's because you don't want it. So, and I know I want it personally. If you would like that tummy trimming or those things around your core area done for you, you're getting it at a discount. And if you can say if you fill that form, please ensure to say that you are from the episode of Tech Meets Beauty. And in that place, you're going to get your discount and you're going to get that therapy, that massage, that transformation that you have said you want as your year goals from January to December. It's actually few weeks to the December. And some of us are looking to wear a bikini at the end of it all.
We are here for you. We are here for you.
Some of us are looking to wear bikini. So if you feel you're not there yet, please visit Jaro's Beauty Hub, and we are going to ensure that you get the best services you can.
Wonderful.
So yes,
So when you get here,
yeah.
you get here, we'll take you through a client intake form, as I mentioned, and then after that we are going to get you inside the cubicles to work on your procedure. One of the things that we assure our customers is data protection. Data is one sensitive thing nowadays.
Data protection is something, and actually today everywhere online, because we are in all these platforms.
How do you feel if you left here and then someone discusses you with your friend or with their colleague of how they have seen?
Probably awful, because again, I'm coming here because I have my own concerns, I have
That's
my
right,
own
that's
things
right.
that I want to fix, and if that gets out in places where it shouldn't, actually anywhere else other than me and the service provider, that would be awful.
So that's our responsibility to make
It's
sure that
actually illegal, not just awful, it's actually illegal. So yeah, your information is safe,
safe.
your data is protected.
It's not uh, we do not disclose it. We do not discuss you. When I meet you out there, I should not treat you in a manner that shows I know you get. That's the professional code of conduct that we have put within ourselves, or even before we onboard a staff member. So I'm going to take you through, and we are looking forward to meeting with the audience. Those who may interact with this content, come get your body transformed. Technology is here to stay. It's and it's more we embrace it. If you don't embrace it, it's well and good. People lived without technology before. So I mean, it's you to decide. Do you want
Today
to
you
go?
can't ignore it even if you want to. So please let's get inside and see the kind of equipment that we will be able to be shown by Jaro. Sorry.
Yeah. So what we have here is we are live.
Yes.
What we have here is our dome for skincare. Um, we are using a dummy as a model. So when you come here, the first thing that we'll be doing is we will wash your maybe let's say your skin, whether it's the back or it's the face or it's the thighs. We wash it with warm water that has a disinfectant. I mean, we will use. Let me just mention we will use a soap. Then after that, after we have done that, we are going to take you through wood therapy. Wood therapy. We have different
Let me
equipment.
just stay out here for the audience
Yeah.
to be able to see clearly.
Because I a little bit big because it's one person inside. So we use different tools for your wood therapy depending on your body on what it demands for. Then one thing that I didn't mention, so I'll be in my surgical gloves. It's because I'll be in my surgical gloves. Then I'll give you a towel because if it's just the skin, the face, you don't need to shed off your clothes. But if maybe we are doing your back, you might need to maybe cover yourself. So we will. That's why we have this towel. Someone would wonder what it is about. Then after that, I am going to subject you to now. After we are going to apply serum. Serum we use hydraulic serum, water based.
Okay.
So we are going to apply serum to your face or to your skin. After that, we are now going to. I have already assessed your body or your skin, so I know what wavelength I am going to use for your skin. Everybody have different wavelength, so we cannot subject it to the same wavelength. And then after that, that would be it. Okay, that would be it for the skin tone. So you can do your face, you can do your back, you can do your legs. If you do a full body skincare, for those three, we are going to charge you 5,000.
Full body.
Yes, for one
skincare.
session.
Okay.
For one session. If you do facial, it is 2,000.
Okay.
If you do back, it is 2,000. If you do legs, it is 2,000.
For the specified areas,
Yes,
it's
2,000 per session. So
Okay.
you will come at least a minimum of 5 sessions upwards. Remember, for your customers, we have a 10%
A
discount.
10%
Yeah.
discount. Please, my fans, ensure you get your discount.
Yeah.
It's
So
a very good thing.
something I did mention, when you are coming to facial, these rays are harmful to your eyes.
Yes.
So you need to wear these glasses, goggles, I mean,
Okay.
so that the rays
Your
doesn't
eyes
penetrate
are
your eyes.
Okay.
And then we will advise you to keep your eyes closed even when you're in this.
Oh,
Okay? Yeah, just to make sure that you're safe.
All
We will advise you to keep your eyes closed. So that's about that technology. We can move maybe to tummy trimming. Yeah.
Sure.
So this is just part of so when you're coming for the face,
So this is one of 3 cubicles where you can get the services from.
Sure.
And this is the next cubicle.
When you come to this, when you come here, this is tummy trimming. This is tummy trimming. So what will happen? This is what I was saying about exerting pressure. So once I light my machine, I'm going to exert some form of pressure to your. My foot is in the other room. So what happens is will measure your belly fat, and then I'm going to turn on your machine. I'm going to subject it to pressure just to melt it down. All these equipments are to melt it
So
down.
that's what we use to melt the extra fat around the abdominal area,
Yeah,
the back area,
exactly.
the thighs, just
Yeah, all of
Oh,
it. And then after we have done that, still this one is to the excess fat that he has not burnt as we were melting it. We will tie this with a belt just to make sure that we have reduced the fat. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. So that's when you come here, the same thing. We would start with wood therapy, and then we move to burning of fat. Don't be distracted by the noise. It's in the fashion unit. Maybe we can go to the other. So when we come here,
so this is most people's favorite,
Yeah.
where if your chest is not doing the thing, you it will get enlarged here. If your butts are refusing to do the muscle growth, this is also, I think, that area. If I can tell from the cups, but please go ahead and tell us.
And you asked about hygiene. So
Yes.
our place, we make sure to keep the place clean.
Yes.
Everyone has their own. Once we are done with you, we just throw away this bedroll. Yeah, and then the towels are always maintained clean. So these are cups that are depending on your whatever size you want to enlarge.
Depending on your properties.
Yeah.
Eh,
So come
depending
maybe
on your body goals and
for
what
those who
you're
are
looking for.
very small. So they go with sizes. And then I would also mention that this is where we do the skin farming.
Okay.
All you are softening or farming. It goes always.
Oh, I forgot to ask this particular question. There are some of us who've been accused of being too much from the Geshagis. We call them what? Kienyeji. And we've been accused of having, the hard everything from the legs to the butt to everything.
Yeah. So
even in the arms, because we've done a lot of work in the villages. Is there something for us?
Yeah. So we do skin softening. So you will come here and we'll still do the same procedure, but now not to enlarge, but just to mention, to soften. The other bit that will happen is that your abs, you will not lose your muscles.
One of the favorite things I love is that I muscle.
Yeah, you'll not
It's
lose
what
your
gives
muscles.
me hope that if I work out today and my muscles are hurting, I look at them and see that there is actually some light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. So you not lose your muscle.
Yeah.
We do also, if you have a very hard skin backwards or all those parts, when you come here, we do it at this place. So we melt. Okay, not melt. We soften.
Yeah.
Go to somewhere who knows what they are doing, so that you do not want to live there and then your skin also cannot withstand your weight again.
True.
You get. So that's what I mentioned. We are not after, by the way, we are responsible in as much as we are here to. We are collaborating with you to achieve your body goals.
Yeah.
We don't want you to come here. We charge you 10,000, then you go home. You are sick. You have to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
So we do it per session. Each session we'll do it at 30 minutes. Then we'll charge you 1,500. To per session. Okay, so you'll come for 5 sessions and above, or to 8. Maybe after 3 months, we recommend, after we're done the sessions, we'll tell you after 3 months come for one, 6 months come for one, and such like things. But you should be good to do. As I said, it is semi-permanent. Okay, it is semi-permanent. So those are our services. We also have the nail acrylics, the pedicure and the manicure. Those are the common ones. Yeah, but the one that is not so common is what I have shown you now. That we advise our audience to take part in, or to enjoy our services,
participate in the process.
Yeah, so you can book a session when you come for a walk-in. Maybe that's something that I was supposed to mention. You have come for a walk-in and you had not booked it. So you maybe will have, if we have a long queue, you wait. Yeah, if you have a long queue, you wait. If there are no customers, of course, we just handle you. So that's why maybe when you call, you say, I'm only available in the evenings. We'll tell you that evening, maybe we have a client who has booked this time, can you come? We give you the time that is not booked, or if you just work. So it is both, but for the only thing we would advise for walk-ins, be patient when you come and meet that there is a customer. Yeah.
All right, you guys, you've had it right from the horse's mouth. I'm looking forward to reading your messages and, of course, forwarding those that need his attention so that we can be able to get help, each of us who need it, and get back the confidence. Because, like I said, it's not about changing who you are, it's enhancing because you already are. So, let me see you in the next video where we will be also observing as you join my journey, as you observe my progress, and also join this community. Because again, if you want to change something about yourself, you need to choose the best partners to work with, and you need to be able to have to choose someone who has your best interest at heart, not just money in their pocket. Most of the time we get those, like I said, underground clinics are real, and if whatever surgical procedure you're getting isn't in a hospital, then you need to ask yourself, how much do I actually love my life?
Exactly.
So stay tuned for the next episode. Let me see you. Ciao.
Thank you for hosting us.